Welcome back to the doll world, everyone. So today I am so excited. I am completing a collection. I hope you are ready because we are going to the land of Oz. And it's a collection that I didn't think I was actually going to even get started in, but here we are. In my last video, I unboxed Glinda and her pajama set from American Girl's Wicked collaboration. And today I got my Wicked tumbler because yes, today we are going to be looking at Elphaba, who just arrived not more than about 40 minutes ago. And yeah, I have to admit, I did not think I was ever going to get her, but I think the FOMO got to me. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. So I am very eager to get her unboxed and opened, and she is right here. So I say, let's just do it. Once again, we've got an enormous box. What is this writing on here? Oh, that's weird. There's like a weird, okay, there's a weird like handwritten note on here. Address and pal don't match which Addy it is going to. What? That's interesting because you know what's so funny? This was actually the very first time I have had American Girl delivered to my house using UPS. It's almost always FedEx. But I noticed when I got the shipment notification from American Girl a couple days after I ordered her, it was UPS. And I was kind of thinking like, oh, fingers crossed, maybe she'll come faster. She didn't. She too got delayed just as much as FedEx does. They projected Wednesday, and then Wednesday came and went, and then they were like, oh, never mind, there's been a delay, it's coming Thursday. So I wonder if this is why. But I guess that does answer my question as to whether or not if American Girl used a different courier. No, it's still gonna be delayed. Let's just get all this junk out of here. Oh, okay. There are no packing peanuts in here whatsoever. That is interesting. My last one, so this is like the same box that Glinda came in, and I'll lift it up in a second, but the pajamas are just flopping around in here. That's a little disappointing. Luckily, I've got no crunched edges, so that's good. But, sorry, I keep covering my face. Here is Elphaba. She's in her own box, thank goodness. Thank goodness. But check it out, there's like nothing in here, just nothing. Glinda had just like tons and tons of packing peanuts in here. Oh well, it looks like my stuff arrived in good shape, so I guess, you know, better for the environment. I did take a quick look at just the box because I just want to make sure, like I said, I don't have any crunched edges. It looks like it's just fine, so that is good. But I'm gonna put this off to the side because let's look at the doll first. Here she is. So yeah, I thought for sure I wasn't gonna get her because I was a little disappointed in how she actually looked. I'm not a huge fan of this face mold, and I was really hoping on a prayer that they would use the Addy face mold for Elphaba, and obviously they didn't. And I was just kind of like, I don't know. And when I saw her, I wasn't like in love. I made mentions that I thought her hat looked too big and all this kind of stuff. But then also, like I said, I think the FOMO just got the better of me. I was like, you know what? Because I did want her pajamas. I was like, I know I'm gonna want her pajamas. I already got Glinda. I got Glinda's pajamas. Like, I'll just get Elphaba. I also figure at this point, you know, it's like, if I wind up like not connecting with her or not liking her, I'll just sell her later on. I don't know. We will see. But I wanted to see her. And I'm also very excited because I have not been to an American Girl store in a hot minute. So I have not gotten to see her live and in person. And I've heard some interesting things about the color of her skin. Obviously it's green, but I've heard some people say like it's not as dark as they thought it was gonna be. And then I saw some people saying it's like very, very like vibrant. So I'm eager to see what I think. But I just have such a connection with Wicked. I just really, really love it. I've already kind of like mentioned a couple of my stories in my previous videos, especially in my last one where I unboxed Glinda. Maybe I'll touch on it again today for any of you who are new or you didn't see the Glinda video. But yeah, Wicked has just been such a big part of my life for, you know, what, 25 years now almost. And so I was very excited, and I was very lucky in that I got to see it on Broadway with the original Broadway cast many, many years ago. So I was like, I should just get it. All right, so let's lift off the top. And I'm hoping, I'm going to touch on this later on in the video because I do have a little bit of a concern, maybe an issue with my Glinda doll. And like I said, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. Let's get Elphaba unboxed first. But I'm just hoping she's standing straight. I'm hoping she's nice and straight in her box and everything. So I'll give you guys the first look I'll just tear the tissue. Oh, you can barely see her. Oh my gosh, I can already see. She looks very, very green. All right, there she is. I can't see anything, so I'm hoping she's in frame. Okay, time for the big reveal. Oh my gosh, she's so much cuter than I anticipated. Okay, okay. I get it now. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, the detail on her hat. Okay, I can say with certainty now that I've seen her live and in person, she is much cuter than I think she looks like in photos that I've seen online on American Girl's own website. She is very, very cute. Oh man. Okay, let's lose this tissue paper. Okay. Wow. Just gonna breathe her in for a bit. She is so, okay, I'll give you guys a little look. Sorry, I always struggle with this part because like my lights kind of reflect off the plastic, but I'm thinking you can kind of see her there. Oh man, and you know what? I'm gonna fall into the same place for those of you who haven't seen her in person. I'm not sure if she's coming through on film or through the camera on screen, as she is just so, so, so cute. Okay, I take back everything I said. I really do. And I kind of like her eyes. I was a little nervous about the eyes. They look really good. And her little teeth. Oh man, okay. So far, no regrets. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I got her. Oh, don't you just love when this happens? Don't you just love it? I have to admit, I was kind of thinking, I was like, this is going to be the video where, I mean, it's going to be great for views, but it's going to be one of those videos where I'm like, I'm so disappointed. This is not what I was expecting. And I'm floored, you guys. I am totally, I'm now going to be making the video that I didn't think I was going to be making. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, the whole video is not going to be just me gushing up here, I promise. Let's start looking at this. Now, this box is going to be very, very similar to what we saw with Glinda. One of the things I pointed out in that video, and I really thought it was cute, I love how the border here is the yellow brick road, the border that frames the outline of her opening of the box. That is just so cute. We got a lot of bling, right? All that shine from the side of the box. We got some, like the gold foil, you know, that reflects. On the back, it says Elphaba Throp. We've got this gold foil of her silhouette, which I think looks really great. It looks very spot on. Like I definitely see Cynthia Erivo in that silhouette. But down here, we got the little blurb that says that there's no more than 6,000 because it is a collector doll. If you'd like to read the whole little bio, go ahead and pause your screen there. But oh man, she's so cute. I love her. Okay, so let's unbox. That just slides. Oh, I didn't even notice this. If you're like one of those if you're like one of those people that love the details, and because like these are really nice boxes, but I just now realized in one corner you've got Glinda's crown, and then over here you've got Elphaba's hat, and then of course at the top Emerald City. Now I get to see her up close and personal. Oh man, I'm loving this hat. And again, the photos don't do it justice. The hat looks fine in real life. I was worried it was going to be too big. But I just love all the detail on there, right? Oh, I can see the light catching. I love the little detail we get in the box. So if you're an in-box collector, this is going to be this is a beautiful display. All right, I'm going to lift this part out now. Here's her certificate of authenticity. And I had the same issue with Glinda. The print is very, very light. It's almost hard to see, but she is 2,794 out of 6,000. It's almost impossible to see. It is so light. But there is that. And so I'm just gonna cut her out so we can take a look at her. Yes, as I mentioned, I got to see the original Broadway cast of Wicked on Broadway many, many years ago, with the exception of Idina Menzel. She was out that night. I was so disappointed, but hey, that's life, right? But I did get to see Kristen Chenoweth, Joel Grey as the wizard, Carol Shelley. It was such a great show. I definitely remember having like all the feels, right? I remember when the house lights came up at intermission, my husband looks over and I'm just like trying not to cry because I'm just like so overwhelmed with emotion. Because man, Defying Gravity, that's definitely one of my favorite songs, like probably of all time. Like it's such a great one. And I love the movie version. Oh, I'm cutting the wrong thing on her broom. Oh well. Okay, her broom's like really in there, but I think I got her free. And she has painted fingernails. Just want to make sure I don't mess up her hair. Nothing's snagging on there. Okay, good. Her hand is a little wedged underneath the broom. Okay, she's free. She did not have any like ties on her skirt. Glinda's skirt was like tied into the box. Not the case with Elphaba here. Oh, this is awesome. Her outer garment, like this big, the jacket thing she wears, it's very, very stiff. But I kind of like that, to be quite honest. Oh, you know what she doesn't come with is the stand. And I've heard that controversy. Oh, it does look like, I wonder if this is supposed to be that way. But it looks like this piece here, this like cape, is sewn right here onto the jacket. I don't want to, I have a feeling you're supposed to cut it, but I'm just gonna look at the website just for reference because I don't want to make any unnecessary cuts. I'm just gonna unbox the rest of her stuff really quick. We'll take a look at it later, but I want to get it out of here so I can get the box out of the way. Okay, I've been working on this for a long time. They have really secured the broom in here. I think I'm just gonna have to cut it out, which is fine. You know, I'm so one of those people where I'm like, I always want to take like my time and like really cut these out properly, but then I'm like, I'm never gonna put her back in the box. It's just not gonna happen. Although, didn't I say I was gonna resell her? Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Alrighty, the broom is free. We'll take a look at it later though. I just want to get this box out of the way. Okay, so now I have some more room and I can actually kind of like really take a look at her. Here she is. Okay, one thing, I'm looking at my little monitor here. My monitor, it's actually just a mirror pushed up against my phone. What I'm seeing, she looks very, very green. But in real life, and I don't know if it's just because of the lighting in here, it's not bad. I feel like it looks very much like this is probably what she looks like. If you got to go on set and meet Cynthia Erivo in costume, that's probably what she would look like. It's really cute. I love her, and I love her eyes. I was really on the fence. I was like, I'm not really sure if I like the eyes. They just must not photograph well because in person they look really cute and they work really well with her skin tone. I love the little freckles. Something I just noticed, she does have the painted eyelashes on the bottom. Glinda didn't have that. So it's interesting that she has it. Her lip color looks really cute. I think her teeth really pop against the green and her green lips. But ultimately, she is just very, very, very cute. Sorry, I gotta hold her in such a way where it kind of covers up my face so she stays in focus. You can see her baby hairs there. So adorable. And then she's got the braided hair. I need to cut this out so we can get a better look at it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick look of her, like, you know, fresh out of the box. I just confirmed online, yes, this little piece that is sewn to her coat, it is supposed to be like, in all the pictures, it shows the cape kind of billowing off of her. So I am gonna make that cut right now. I tried to check American Girl's website, but she's already gone because Elphaba is already sold out. Can you believe it? And you guys, check out my luck. Like I said, the FOMO got the best of me. I wasn't originally gonna get her, and finally I was just like, I'm just gonna get her. I'm just gonna get her. I got her. The very next day she sold out, and I was like, oh, dodge that bullet. Which of course, when I got the news, when I saw that she was actually sold out, I was like thanking my lucky stars. I'm like, I'm so glad I got her. What, why was I on the fence this whole time? Okay, so her hair is free, her cape is free. I think she is ready to go. Oh man, she is just so cute. You know, it's funny too, because I did kind of gripe in my last video that I wasn't crazy about the outfit they're doing. And I get it, they're trying to coincide with the release of the second film and how I actually prefer her previous look from the first movie better. But this is still really cool. I really like this coat. I didn't think I was going to. I love the braids. The braids are one of the big selling points for me. This is one of the things that I really took notice. I was like, oh wow, that is very, very cool. I did see on Instagram that some people have actually because like, I guess these are not micro braids. And so someone took the braids out and put micro braids in and it looked even more fantastic. I was like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. I can't even braid, let alone micro braid. So I think she's gonna just hang out with these. Maybe I could find someone someday who will do her hair for me. Man, we wanna see her with her hat on? She does have the kitten heel shoes, which I'm not crazy about. I don't like when they put heels on these shoes for American Girl dolls, and we're gonna talk about that later. Here's her hat, and it looks fantastic. I have a little, oh, that's gonna be interesting to get to. Here is her hat. As you can see, it is fantastic. It is just so spectacular looking. It's quite stiff, and I like that. I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, like, this is gonna be something nice because it's gonna really hold its shape. As you can see, the brim kind of comes down here. Although I think that's just because it was in the box that way. But as you can see, it's got a fabulous shape, and it's gonna hold up over time. All this detail, I just love that. So fantastic. The only thing that I was kind of like, oh, that's weird, is that there's a little, the little piece of thread that was, you know, holding it into the box. It's where I cut, but I don't know how I'm gonna get it because the inside, it's not like it's hollow. It's sewn shut. So, okay, I'm just gonna have to get my little fine scissors and like really snip that close. But this is fantastic. Oh man. Check that out. Talk about like being so faithful, you know, movie accurate and faithful to Paul Tazwell's costume design. I have to admit the hat was another one of the big selling points for me. Sits on her head very nicely. Just so cute. So cute. I just love it. I love it. So let's take a look at like everything we've got, right? Because I feel like we've got a lot more going on, a lot more layers than with Glinda. Glinda had that beautiful dress, but that dress just like slid right off and we were done. This, we've got like I said, we got multiple layers here. I'm interested to see if this jacket, or the coat rather, is button or if it's, oh, it looks like it does have an actual real working button. So forgive me, I didn't give you like a close-up earlier, but she's got two buttons. The other one's like back there. They are actual real functioning working buttons. So that's how you get her out of this coat. And they're really tight, so be aware of that. But then it just opens up. I thought for sure those buttons were gonna be for show and it would just be like Velcro or something. Okay, so she's got this, looks like she's got this really like shapely looking like gown, I guess. That's pretty cool, I like that. Okay. I'm gonna take her out of this. You know what? We're just gonna take her out because I wanna put her in the pajamas anyway. Oh my gosh, she kind of looks like Morticia Addams. I'm getting Morticia Addams vibes. Look at that, that's pretty cool. I like the shape of this piece. I really like that. It's got some nice texture to it. Can you see it? You can kind of see it a little bit better in the lighter designs, but we've got this ombre that goes from like this kind of like dark green up here to black. That is really nice. I like the shape. And then you can see it's kind of got like these rough cuts, these rough edges along the bottom. But as you can see, this piece just kind of Velcros in the back. Looks like we've got some plastic here for some reason. I'm just gonna do a quick little sneak peek. You can kind of see all her limbs, they're green. She's got green legs, green arms. She has black panties. We'll take a look at those a little bit later. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm undressing her so we can get her in her outfit. Let's take a look at the coat. So here is her coat, if you wanted to see it just by itself. This is a very, very nice piece. Like I said, it's a little stiff, but I like that. I think a coat like this should have some stiffness to it, but it gives a little bit of structure and a little bit of integrity. I already mentioned this, but yes, we got two buttons here that are actual real working buttons, which is a nice touch. Definitely something you want to see in like a collector item. And then the inside, it is black. And then on the back, we have her cape. And it's kind of cool because it's very similar to the original Elphaba costume we got from American Girl with Kavi's collection, in that the cape have these two little buttons right there. So you can have the cape on or off. That's pretty nice. Again, I like when they do that and they think of all these different like variety of ways we can display our doll with when it comes to a collector line. But I like how the jacket has kind of like a little bit of shine to it. It's got those like kind of elements that are just kind of like spackled into the fabric. The sleeve has a little cuff here with a little opening, kind of like the little slit. As you can see, it's the same on this side as well. One thing that's really interesting that I want to point out, I love how we get these little ruffles here at the tops of the sleeves. We got it on both sides because that is an element that you can find in this costume as well, in the original Broadway stage version. That's really cool. It's kind of a little bit of a call out or a throwback. Yeah, this is very, very nice. So we've looked at the hat and we've looked at her jacket. Next, let's take a look at her shoes because those are going to be the easiest to take off of her. I love these high boots she's got. We've got black boots and they have these laces that kind of not just go up the side, but they kind of like almost swirl along the side, right? They start at the front and then they kind of make their way up and back. That's pretty cool. But yes, we do got a little bit of a kitten heel there, which I'm not a huge fan of for American Girl dolls because I feel like it makes them like lean forward when you're trying to display them. With her boots off, here they are if you wanted to see them up close and personal. They're very, very cute. I love when we get like high boots like this from American Girl. They kind of remind me of the boots that I have in my little Nutcracker Prince costume that we got. One thing that struck me right away, and I gotta point out, yes, she has the painted fingernails, but she's also got painted toenails as well. Glinda didn't have painted toenails, so that's really cool that they did that for Glinda, or I'm sorry, Elphaba. I'm gonna take off this slinky dress. This dress is really, you know what? Let me give you another look at it because another thing, like I said, she's got this kind of like rough cut here at the bottom, but it also has a little rough cut around the neck too, which I think is just really, really cute. This is nice. I like this. Here it is by itself. As you can see, it's just very slinky, very like slender. I love it. This would look great on other dolls, like just like maybe a Halloween costume or something. But the sleeves are nice because you can see they've got kind of like a little finishing piece on the sleeves, you know, whereas the neckline is rough cut and so is the bottom. Here she is in her underwear. As you can see, she is completely green, body, limbs, and all. Got this black underwear with the white trim. Very, very cute. Oh, do you guys care about this? She has that star. Remember when that was like a new thing and people were like freaking out about it? I don't really mind it too much, but only because my dolls are almost always wearing shoes. So, but yeah, here she is. Super, super cute. I just love her. I just set her down and I have to say I just set her down and she stood there perfectly. My Glinda doesn't do that, and I know I keep teasing it. We're going to talk about it in a bit. Let's get through Elphaba first. But now let's move to her accessory fashion pack, and that is Elphaba's popular pajamas. These are so cute. I really like the way they look. I mean, I've only seen them in photos, but I think it's gonna be even cuter in person because Glinda's definitely was. Oh, by the way, did you guys notice? I've got Barbie, my Barbie American Girl, in Glinda's pajamas. I saw that from some people on Instagram and I thought that was so clever. I felt like the two people I follow did it on like the same exact day. It was like great minds must think alike. But I was like, I'm gonna do that. I want to see how that looks, and it looks really, really cute. I'll give you a better look. But yeah, here she is, Barbie. Like this totally looks like something from, you know, Barbie 1959 style, right? I just thought that looked really cute on her, and I was like, I'm gonna try that too. This is something. It took me actually seeing Barbie in this outfit. I was like, this totally looks like something my grandmother had. But yeah, I thought that looked really cute. Okay, back to Elphaba. So yes, beautiful, beautiful box. Very similar to what we saw with Glinda's pajamas in my previous video. Slip cover, just slips right off. And then the box just opens up like this. I love that we get the American Girl Wicked tissue paper. And then we will open it up together. We can do the big reveal. Ta-da! Oh, I like the color of this purple. Oh, okay. I like this. It's got a nice feel to it. It kind of gives it like, kind of looks like a duster, right? So here is a quick little look. Sorry, I can't like embellish too much because I'm seeing it just at the same time you guys are, right? But it does have a nice feel. Looks like we've got real working pockets, which I love because I know she does come with a couple little accessories that'll be nice to kind of tuck in her pockets if we can do that. I just love all this like all the embroidery we get. That's very nice because we get it on the sleeves, on the collar, on the pockets, and on the trim of the skirt. Or I guess it's not the skirt, it's just the bottom of the coat, right? I keep saying like, it's a duster, it's a skirt, it's a robe, it's a robe. It's her pajama robe, but it is very cute. I like how we have a little bit of like, a little bit of detail here. What do you call that? Like gather or something? That's nice. And it looks like it's got a nice button enclosure. Again, may be a little tricky for little kids, but this is a collector series outfit. So I do like that they put those nice finer details in there for us. Here's a little look at the inside. Oh, this is nice. So here's her pajama top. Look at the thing that made me just kind of like go, that wow factor for me was I love all this detail we get here. I'm not really sure if it's coming up under my lights, but do you see that? That's cute. You got these little buttons, the little ridges here. We got the trim along the neck and the sleeves. That's very cute. It does just open up in the back with Velcro, but that's a cute little piece. We got the pajama pants. Again, same thing. Oh, these ones almost don't, it's hard to kind of see, but can you see that? There is trim along the bottom of the pant legs. That's cute. And we've got some button detail here. Again, just Velcro, just simple Velcro enclosure here in the back. But these are very nice. Here are her shoes. As you can see, wow, they really went crazy with the embroidery, but I love it. I love all that detail we get. I gotta cover my face, excuse me. I do also like that they're flats. They're not heels. They're not kitten heels. I don't think Elphaba would be wearing kitten heels when in her pajamas, right? I don't think so. It's also very nice too, because I don't know if you can see it, but it's like they kind of have a nice little trim. There's a nice lining on that shoe, almost a kind of like a ribbon lining, which is nice. Just giving it that little extra little bit of detail. That's awesome. And then we get her accessories, which I'm very excited about. So it looks like we get a little journal. I love when we get stuff like this. I love little paper products. But as you can see, it's got the E for Elphaba. The back is pretty simple. You just get the basic stuff that you get with most American Girl little books. But the inside is just a collection of, I'm trying to do this, oh, here we go, blank pages. So you can write your own little stories, you write your own little entries. But of course, the accessory that I think all of us are excited about is we get the little glass bottle. Here it is. How cute is that? The bottle that held the green elixir that, started all the problems, right? Kicked off the story. That is cute. I wonder if doesn't seem like the top comes off, which is probably good. They probably want to make sure that in case this does, someone does give this for their kids, it doesn't become a choking hazard. That is adorable. I'm curious to see if this will fit in the pocket. It does. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cute. And that's everything. That's her pajamas. So let's get Elphaba dressed. So on release day, when these dolls first came out, I immediately, like I said, I was like not crazy about Elphaba, and I was like, oh, okay. I have to admit, I did have a moment where I was like, okay, marked safe. I get to save myself a nice little chunk of change because I don't need the Elphaba doll. But here we are. But I did say, I was like, the outfit or the pajama is very, very cute. She does have a little bit of a weird spot on her leg. I'm not sure if that's coming up. I gotta get my face out of the way. She's got a little thing there. Let's see if I can get that out. It's not coming out. That's kind of odd, right? She's got a little bit of, so little blemish, kind of disappointing on a collector doll, but she's just gonna be covered up in clothes anyway. It's kind of weird. She's got her pants on. Oh, they look very comfortable. They really do. But yes, as I was saying, I was like, I do think the pajamas are very, very cute, so I may have to get those. And then when I saw her in them, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll get an Elphaba doll. I don't know. We'll see. Here she is in just the pajama outfit. This is really cute. I like this. And again, I do like the trim. It's funny because I was worried that I wouldn't see the trim along the bottom, but once it's up against itself, you can definitely see it. I like that. The purple kind of pops. It's kind of like I don't know, kind of a blackberry color. I guess it's probably the same color of the embroidery on the shoes. So very nice. Everything kind of like ties in. Okay, and now we'll put her in her robe. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get Elphaba's glasses because those things were so... I have a feeling her glasses in a few years, they're going to be very iconic, right? Maybe just as much as, maybe not to the level of Dorothy's ruby slippers, but I don't know. Time will tell. But I always thought her glasses were so interesting looking because they were very round, they were big, and then they had that kind of like swoop pattern to them. And I thought that was really, really cute. And I thought that would be a really cool look for an American Girl doll. Again, they're trying to be they're trying to coincide with Wicked for Good, the second movie, and it doesn't look like she's going to be wearing those glasses. But I don't know. It would have been a cute little accessory for this outfit, I guess. But oh well. Maybe, I always like to just kind of like imagine like what's gonna be next. Are we gonna get more Wicked stuff later on? Because I would love to get Glinda's pink dress, and then I think it would be really cute. Maybe if they did the school outfits, because I saw a lot of comments saying it'd be great if they did the school outfits. Maybe the school outfits, her accessories will be her glasses, because I think that would be a really great look for her. All right, so here she is, all done up, ready for sleep in her pajamas. She's got her pajamas on, her little slippers, and then she's got the robe. This looks really cute. I really like the way I really like the way this looks. One thing I'm noticing, because I'm like, why does this not look like the same? It's because her hair is done. Her hair is kind of pulled back in the picture. Oh, I guess we could put the pink flower in her hair too. That could be cute. Oh, check it out. How cute, right? Pink goes good with green. With the little bottle of green elixir in her pocket. Oh, look at that. So cute. I love it. Yeah, no regrets. No regrets getting her. And I have to admit, as much as I was like saying like, oh, I don't like her dress, I don't like her outfit that she comes with, I like the pajamas more. Honestly, I'm probably gonna take her out of the pajamas. I actually really liked the way she looked in her, you know, Wicked Witch outfit. I feel like this is just one of those dolls where she just looks better in person. I don't think pictures or video do her justice. You really do have to kind of see her with your own eyes. She's just really, really cute. I think one of the reasons is because I feel like also in photos and maybe even in this video, her freckles kind of get lost. But when you can see them, they really add like some character to her. All right, like I said, I am gonna put her back in her witch costume because I think it just looked really cool. I was really floored when I saw her in person. I was like, oh wow, okay. Plus this hat is just fantastic. Oh, you know what I wanna do? Let's get Kavi here because Kavi is supporting the Broadway version of Elphaba's dress, but I've never been a fan of the hat. Also because I don't feel like they did a very good interpretation of the hat as it looks on Broadway. I feel like the Broadway hat is very stiff, right? This one is very soft and kind of, I don't know, it's shiny. I don't know. This wasn't my favorite piece. The dress, 100%. Hat, not so much. So I'm interested to see how this hat looks on Kavi. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Oh. Now we are talking. Now we're cooking with gas. That looks fantastic. I like that. Oh, man. Oh, this hat is so much better than the other one. Check out that silhouette. Man, that looks great. Man, this is, I would say get Elphaba just for the hat. That just looks so cool. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with this. Okay, so that's Elphaba. Let's talk about some issues I have with my Glinda. So I've got Glinda, she has no clothes on right now because I'm trying to decide what I want to put her in. But also it would be easier to talk about this issue I'm having when she's not wearing anything. Do you guys have any American Girl dolls that kind of like lean? And like I try every which way because that's what's going on with her. And I feel like I've had this issue with my Barbie collector doll as well, but it's much more noticeable on Glinda here. But I do feel that her head, and I think it has to do with the stuffing that's inside her body. But I feel, you guys, I'm holding her upright. You can totally see it, right? Her head kind of goes this way. I think her stuffing needs to be kind of like refluffed or something. I don't know. And because I feel like her head should be like this. A little bit more like that. But she keeps wanting to lean this way. But then on top of that, I feel like her legs are uneven as well. Can you guys see that? Is it just me, or is this leg higher than the other? Right? I'm like, what's going on here? And sure enough, I undressed her because she kept falling over. It was driving me crazy. She kept falling over. And so I looked at her and I was like, oh yeah. Because at first I was like, it's the kitten heels. But I noticed her legs were a little uneven as well. And sure enough, when I put her on a flat surface, she's 100, look at that. I know you can't really see, but you can totally see she's like leaning this way. She totally leans to one side. I feel like this leg needs to go up or this leg needs to come down a little bit or something. I don't know, but she's just got some issues when it comes to, it's her legs and then also her head as well. She's just wanting to go off to one side. But then on top of that, when you put her in her kitten heels, she really lunges forward. Like this, she has like dove off this dollhouse behind me like 6 times already. It's crazy. I finally had to put her in a doll stand. But the other thing I noticed is that her foot, this foot here, is not completely flat. I guarantee you that's not gonna read on camera, but I have put it down on a flat surface and you can see it kind of bows out just a smidge. So she doesn't really connect with, her foot doesn't really connect with like a table, like a flat surface very well. And so this poor girl is just like all over the place. I'm a little disappointed because it is a, you know, $300 collector doll. And also because she didn't come with a stand, which I know that was like a whole issue as well. But I was just kind of like, oh, I wonder if anybody else has this issue. But can you kind of see it? Can you kind of see how her neck, her head just kind of goes off to one side? It's weird, right? I mean, she's still beautiful. She is a beautiful, beautiful doll. But I was just wondering, I'm like, I wonder if like, I'm not as skilled as some of you guys. I would love to be able to be like, okay, it's got to be something in here. I think the stuffing is off or something. I don't know. Maybe I could work it just doing this. Give her a little massage or something. I don't know. But it's just been something that's been kind of on my mind. And now all my dolls have fallen over. I have had the worst luck with dolls falling over lately. I think it's because my room is such a mess and I'm trying to do too much. But the other day, it was so funny. I was out in the main living area of our house. I heard something fall and I thought it was Glinda. And I was like, oh no. I run in here and I'm like, okay, it looks okay. And then I just this morning, so probably like 5 days later, I found Kit like down there and she was just like, bah! But poor girl, she just fell over again. But anyways, I've got an extra stand here for Glinda and I think she's just gonna be living in this. Oh, see, even in the stand, see that? See how much she leans? That's crazy, right? I don't know, it kind of bugs me. It kind of bugs me. I guess it just depends on the doll because Elphaba, we're not having that issue with her at all, which is nice. I'm grateful for that. But yeah, it's just a little odd. And then I think with that kind of like that, the foot, I was gonna say flat foot. She doesn't have a flat foot. With that foot, with the bottom of her foot that kind of bows out, when you then put the heel on her as well, like she is just standing weird. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redress her in her big dress, but I'm just not gonna put the shoes on her and I'm gonna leave her like this because this is actually better. Like you can tell she definitely is still leaning a little bit, but this is better than when she's wearing the shoes. Oh, we didn't even look at Elphaba's accessories. I mean, I guess she only comes with one because we looked at the hat, but here is her broom. I almost forgot to show it. This is really cute, and I do like that we're getting a different broom compared to the first one. You know, they probably could have easily just given us the same broom. If you want to compare, here they are. Here's the broom from Covey's collection, and here is Wicked the movie broom. Much more accurate. I love that we got both versions. That's really cute. And I do love that we get this handle. By the way, this handle is so nice. I love how this plastic piece comes out and it's like this right angle. The doll's hands just slip right into it and it holds. We get the same thing with Glinda's wand. This one, I'm not crazy about this one, the kind where it's just like a little, you know, it bows out like that. It doesn't really, I mean, it does work, but this is, I prefer this. This one's much nicer. Oh, the movie broom also is much taller, as you can see. So I'm now redressing Elphaba in her witch's outfit, but just a little, again, I don't know if it caught. Can you see that? Just got these like weird little scratch marks there and they're showing white and I haven't been successful in getting them out. It's kind of weird and a little disappointing. Just wanted to point it out, but oh well. Like I said, it's the smallest little thing, but I did notice it. I can't get over how good she looks in this little slinky dress. So did anybody get their Wicked tickets already? I did. I'm one of those crazy people that set my alarm for like 5 in the morning because they went on sale just yesterday. So that was Wednesday, and it was 8 a.m. Eastern, but being in Arizona, that was 5 a.m. here. And I was like, oh, I'm getting up. I'm setting my alarm. That's how crazy I am, you guys. But I was also getting them for our whole group, because we're going with a bunch of people. We're going with some of our friends, their kids, my cousin's going. We're making it a big thing. But I was very, very excited because we got tickets for the Monday night. The movie comes out on Friday. We're gonna see it Monday. We get to see it a week before everybody else. But we're going to that early screening that was offered for Amazon Prime members. My husband's a Prime member, so I was able to get us all tickets for it. So it was like fantastic. I cannot wait, you guys. Let's put her coat on. This thing is just so fantastic. Man, I was like ripping on this thing. You guys, I really was. Maybe not on my YouTube channel, but like I said, when I first saw her, I was like very underwhelmed and I was like, oh, okay. I don't think I need to get her. And now here I am, I'm like raving. I'm like, oh my God, this is stunning. This is so pretty. All right, here she is. Let's add her hat. Oh, Kavi's gonna have to give up the hat for a second. Oh, that would be a cute video too, maybe to put this Elphaba Throp, because, well, actually she's my only Elphaba Throp. That's actually just Kavi in the costume. But we'll put her in the Broadway version. That could be cool too. Oh, I could have a whole little day of like taking photos. I'm so bad at that, by the way. My Instagram, I'm never on there. So I apologize. I know I got some messages. I'm gonna respond. I will. Oh gosh, I will get to them. She's wearing the heels, so she wants to fall over. Again, they should have given them stands. Here she is. I just think she is spectacular. She is so cute. I just love her. I really do think they did a great job with her. And like I said, I know I've said it a million times, she does look better in person. I'm just blown away with how cute she looks. I just love her. There's just so many little nuances and details that really get lost in photos and in film. It's kind of like you really have to see her up close and personal with your own eyes to really get to grasp how cute she is. I'm really glad I've got her in my collection now. If you wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of the two Elphaba dresses we have this. I will say this, I absolutely love this look. I just think it is so stunning. And I do like the shape of it more than this. I feel like this has a prettier silhouette than this does. But well, honestly, both of them, the level of detail is just outstanding. I'm just so happy. Whichever one you wind up getting, if you're only gonna get one, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. I think you're gonna be very, very happy because they're just stunning. Well, with that, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I think I've gone on long enough raving about my Elphaba. I'm so excited. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good time. If you did, I would absolutely love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell to be notified every time I upload, and while you're at it, give this video a like. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time in the doll world.